I think personally, I've always been able to rely on myself for stuff, and doing the work we do, we're continually able to pour out because we have just an abundance. But it's kind of been flipped, and it's been humbling for me, which has been really good. That I don't like to ask for help, and now we're in a situation where we have no choice but to ask for help.
I deeply relate to the story of building brick by brick. From being a mother, marriage, building a business, I think probably most closely, I can relate to building being hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think I relate to Blueprint's story of where is the finish line? When I was in that space after having finished college, I felt like I had done all of this work leading up to it, and why was this not happening the way that I wanted it to happen? I'm working incredibly hard. I'm working 3 part-time jobs. I'm putting in all this work just like Blueprint's doing. They put in permits. They got architectural designs. They talked to community members before they started this. They did all this work in their house before even thinking about a building. And just to get to a point where it just is like, we're not there yet.
We had to do these things called helical piers.
That's great.
Helical piers, and that we had to do 96 of them. So they're basically these like giant screws that go down into the ground to be able to support the foundation. And that was more expensive and took more time, and that has kind of been this journey at every junction has been longer, more expensive.
Yeah.
But I think that unforeseen conditions over and over again. But I think that when I think about, pouring a firm foundation and wanting to have this built, our ministry built here, our work built here, our family built here on something that's stable, and using these piers, I think of like our community that have come around us, and that is what has supported the weight of this whole journey.
For neighbors, for students that we work with, for volunteers, I think that we want this to be a space where people feel welcomed as soon as they walk in the building. I think that's, at the very core foundation of Blueprint 58 is to build safe, trusting, lasting relationships. And I hope that this building is a representation of that.
Yeah, we're so close to the finish line. We are about 6 weeks away from finishing the building, but that means we have 6 weeks to raise the $150,000 that we need to pay for all the change orders and all of the costs that have gone up because of the season that we're in and the season that the world is in, and the way that inflation and supply chain and all of those things are working means that we have about $150,000 left to raise to get into the building, and then we can cross the finish line together and we can celebrate together when we move in 6 weeks.